In this video, I'm going to transform blocks into mobs. Right here in front of me, I have 5 cubes, ranging from the easiest to the hardest. So the first mob I'm going to transform is the emerald block. I already have a rough idea of what I'll turn it into. I think I'll make it into a new golem for Minecraft. So let's head to the program. I'm already in the program with my emerald block, but I'm going to tweak the block a little and make it look more or less like this. This here is going to be the chest of our character. I'm thinking of creating an emerald golem. So I'll add a little piece here to be the golem's waist, another cube to make a leg, and one more cube, and another one, like this, because it's going to look like a high-tech mob. Then I'll select everything and duplicate it to the other side. It's pretty simple, but trust me, it's going to look really cool, I promise. Now let's add part of his head, one more piece. Since he's a golem, he needs to have a big nose. So I'll add a big nose like this, a piece here, and another for a little detail. And we'll finish it off to look like a mythical time golem or something similar. I'm going to add a cube here to make some spikes. So I've been adding spikes all over his body, and our emerald block has now become a golem. For his animations, I made this idle pose, this one for walking, and here's the attack animation. But then I had a really cool idea. Since he kind of looks like a robot, I added an effect to make it look like he's vibrating, just like that crazy robot from Woody Woodpecker. And this is how his walking animation looks. Personally, I think this idea turned out amazing, but before I show you in Minecraft, let me know in the comments what you think. Did you like it or not? Alright, let's head to Minecraft. And there he is. He's already in my world. Spawning him is super simple. I just need to place the blocks like this and then place one on top. And now, he's spawned. So let's see if he's strong. He seems pretty fast. So I'm going to do this. I'll build a tower to see if I can defeat him, like with a normal golem. So come on, let's see. Whoa, what's that? Whoa, he created an emerald shield around him. Is that for real? No, he's trapping me. Stop it. Oh my gosh, leave me alone. At least he doesn't deal too much damage. But still, this ability is super OP. He's placing blocks so I can't attack him. Alright, I'll trap him in his own trick. You'll see. Just a few more hits and he should almost be dead. Take that. I'm stronger than you. Yes, I got him. I defeated him. And look at all the emerald blocks he dropped. Whoa, that turned out so cool. And also, after killing him, if I press a specific button and concentrate a little. Ha! And now I've turned into a fully emerald mob. As you can see, I'm much faster. I have way more health, and I also have 2 new powers. First, this one lets me build a staircase and create a giant world of emeralds. Look at this. I'm going to get rich. Whoa, I can climb super high with this power. And the best part? I don't take fall damage at all. Yep, it's completely nullified. And I also have this amulet here glowing on my chest. If I find a mob, like this horse, and I attack it, I can even kill it super easily. Check this out. The only downside to this power is that emeralds spill everywhere. But the good thing is that I can climb up any emerald blocks that appear. Honestly, I think this turned out amazing. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. So now if I come over here and press this button again, the next block we have to transform is the magma block. Well, I think I'm going to cause some trouble in the nether with this one. So let's do this. I'll build a portal to the nether. Light it up, and now let's head in. Alright, let's look around. We need to grab a few magma blocks, so let's climb up here. Let's grab some magma blocks and also a few pieces of netherrack to create the character. Now that I have both blocks, let's head to the program and transform them. The first thing I'm going to do is add a piece of the magma block, as I want to create a body that looks like a snake. I'll keep building it out like this, and just finish it off here. Once that's done, I'll carve out a little gap like this. Now, I'll bring in the netherrack block and place it like this to form a claw. I'll select it, then duplicate it to the other side. I'll add another claw below, one to the left, and another up top. It's pretty simple, but trust me, it's already starting to look like a really cool mob, but I think I'll add some legs so it doesn't feel so static, making it look kind of like a parasite. So I'll add a piece of netherrack here, another smaller piece, and then one even smaller. With that done, I'll duplicate the entire thing about 8 times. I'll select everything and paste it onto the other side. It's starting to form a really nice base because we'll be able to move each part individually like this, allowing for some super cool animations. It's going to look like a proper snake. Now I'll add some quartz pieces for decoration on top, and with that, our fiery worm is 100% complete. Here's its running animation. It sort of wobbles and loses balance because it's so big. It'll also move underground, kind of like it's swimming through the earth. Over there, I can already see it. Let's try attacking it and see how strong it is. Whoa! It flew so far. Let's approach it carefully, attacking from above so we don't get hit. Alright, let's build a bridge over it because I'm not taking any chances this time. Let's see. Wow, it has so much health. Even though my attacks are really strong, it doesn't seem to be taking any damage at all. Honestly, I'm not a fan of this power since it fills the ground with emeralds, and that gets pretty annoying. Alright, take this. The good thing is that I can blend into the emeralds. No, not again. Let's go back and try to recover my items. Even though I'm super strong, I keep losing to it. I can't even get close to finishing it off. Oh my gosh, it attacks from so far away. Look at that. Yeah, I give up. It's way too strong and I keep dying to it. So here it is. This is how it turned out. But I'm getting out of here because I'm not about to die to it again. Actually, no, you're going down now. Take this monster. I'd give this one a solid 7 out of 10. It's not overpowered, but it's still really fun. And if you guys leave just 1,000 likes, I'll make all the characters from this video available for you to download. So smash the like button if you want these characters too. Next up on the list is the blue block. Let's click it and see what it is. Oh, this one should be easy. It's a dirt block. I think I already have an idea of what to transform it into. So let's head to the program to create our next character. I'll start by adding a cube here to form the foot, a little toe, another on this side, one here, and another over there. Then I'll add part of the leg, a bigger piece, select everything, and duplicate it to the other side. I'll add a piece for the waist, another for the torso, a bigger piece on top. Now, I don't want to make it entirely out of dirt. Otherwise, it's going to look a bit weird. So I've got this grass block here. I'll add it like this and rotate it a bit. There we go. It's going to look way cooler and add a really nice detail, I promise. I'm going to add one more piece to the arm, a smaller one, and then finish it off. Just need to add the last finger, select everything, and duplicate it to the other side. Now let's work on the head. I'll add a neck and, finally, the head. I'll grab a black pencil and paint it just like this. Done. Now I'll add an angry-looking eyebrow here and another on this side. I'll make a dirt tooth as well. Perfect. But to make him look tougher, I'll give him a chest plate, just like this. Let's add some grass patches on one side and a few more over here. Done. The animation for this one turned out amazing. Now let me show you in Minecraft. Oh my goodness, it went flying so far. What was that? Guys, I think it's spawning right there in front of me, and it looks like it's massive. I'm going to transform myself again, and let's try to take him down. This time I won't get too close. I'll take him out from a distance. Alright, take that. I'm attacking him from far away. Go down already. I need to figure out what he drops. I can't get too close. Otherwise, he's going to crush me again. But wow, I'm really not enjoying this emerald power of mine. It's such a mess. Let's build a staircase here to take him down from above. There we go, take that. Oh my goodness, it went flying so far. What was that? Wait, it didn't even die from that fall? No way. Alright, we need to finish this. Go, go, go. Yes, finally, he's down. And wow, that was intense. It looks like he dropped some sort of dirt block. Let's see what this thing does. Alright, I'll try it on that pig over there, and whoa, it's like it creates a kind of wall. It shoots out a massive snowball-looking thing. Or maybe sand. What's going on here? Oh my goodness, it's destroying trees, breaking everything. What is this? I'm not entirely sure how it works yet, but it's insanely strong. Anyway, let's move on to the next one because I really enjoyed this one. The next block to transform is the skulk block. Wow. I think I can make an incredibly powerful mob out of this. I'm thinking of creating a carnivorous plant. I have an amazing idea for this one. So let's hop into the program and get started. To create the skulk mob, I'm going to use these 4 blocks. First the skulk sensor, then the skulk shrieker, and finally this other block for detailing. I'll start by adding a skulk block here and scaling it up. Now I'll add a skulk emitter to the front and increase its size. Done. Next, I'll add some legs to give it a carnivorous plant vibe. I'll add one piece here, another one, and one more tiny piece. I'll add some green skulk details on top and finish this part like so. Perfect. Now I'll select everything and duplicate it to the other side. I'll select it again, duplicate it to the back, and once more for the other side. Now it's already looking like a carnivorous plant. I'm going to add a little detail on top, a couple more here, and another skulk emitter. I'll add one more piece to the side, and then create a claw-like structure here at the top. I'll finish it off by adding another skulk emitter and finalizing all the surrounding details. Done. Now I'll select the entire arm, duplicate it to the other side, and then add another arm over here, one on this side and another here. And there we have it. The skulk block mob is complete. For the animation, here's what I've got. This is its idle stance. This is how it attacks. It jumps right on top of you. And this is its running animation. It moves pretty slowly because of its massive size. Now let's see how it looks inside Minecraft. Guys, just ahead, I can already see a skulk temple. If I go over and throw a skulk block, whoa, it spawned right here in front of me. And wow, the skulk mob is enormous. Look at the size of it. I can't wait to see what kind of powers it has. Well, this mob is kind of deaf, like the warden, so it can't hear me unless I come over here and attack it. Then it starts coming after me. Whoa, whoa, get away from me. Oh my gosh, it's super strong, but it looks like I've trapped it. So now I just need to finish attacking it here. Go, take that. Oh my gosh. Haha, I did it. I managed to take it down too. It seems like there's a power up ahead. Let's see what it is. There's this skulk power, and it looks like... Wait, what's this? I accidentally pressed the button, and it already unleashed a power. It looks like I'm wearing some kind of necklace. Let's test it out. Does this necklace do anything? Let's see. There are some pigs ahead, and if I get close to them... What? Oh my gosh, it seems like I transformed into a pig. Do I get its abilities now? Well, a pig doesn't exactly have super interesting abilities, does it? Whoa, look at this. It seems like it also unleashes an even stronger power. Check that out. Oh my gosh, I can't even control this power. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. And the next item on our list is, before I show you, I want to remind you that if this video reaches 1,000 likes, I'll also make these models available for you to download. And for those of you who join as members, yes, that's right, just hit the join button below. If 10 people sign up, I'll release these models for free. Sounds good, right? So go ahead and subscribe below. Alright, now let's see. The last item we'll work on is the end crystal. Oh my gosh, this is going to take some serious effort, but I think I've got an idea for what to transform it into. So let's get started without further delay. To make the end crystal mob, I'll use bedrock and a crystal block because of course we need that, right? I'll start by adding a piece of the crystal block here, then surround it with glass and duplicate it to the other side. Once that's done, I'll add a sort of cube here. Now that that's in place, I'll add a base underneath and finish it up like this. I'll add another piece here and one on this side. Then I'll paint this part red, add a gradient around it, and create the teeth. After that, I'll add a sort of brain and then create an arm. Done. I'll select the entire arm and duplicate it for the other side. I'll also add another small piece in the middle. But to make sure this character isn't too weak, I'll add some shields around it. I'll grab a bedrock block, shrink it, and place it here like this. Then I'll rotate the block to this side, add another one, select this setup, and duplicate it to the other side. Perfect. It'll form a kind of circular shield around it. Next, I'll select all of this, duplicate it, and rotate it slightly. Then I'll add another and finish by placing a larger one in the middle. And there we have it. The end crystal mob is done. It kind of reminds me of the villains from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like Krang, who used to scare me a lot when I was a kid. Anyway, here's how it turned out. This is its flying animation, and here's how it attacks. It throws pieces of its bedrock shield at you, and that's the only moment it becomes vulnerable. And when it's idle, it just floats around with its protective shield spinning around it. Man, since it's made of bedrock, it must be incredibly strong. Let's see how it looks in Minecraft. Alright, I'm heading to the end now, and I'll connect all the blocks because I want to test two things here. First, let's climb to the top. I'll activate my super strong armor. Let's go. Now I'll do the following. With this armor, I can climb up here, and I'm going to destroy all the towers. Let's break this one. Now the next one, and another one over here. Breaking this one. And now let's break this one. Alright, now it's transformed. Whoa. This thing is so strong. It doesn't stop attacking me. Wait, is it heading for the void? What is this thing doing? Well, fine, I'll throw it into the void then. I'll get close to it and try to transform into it. Let's see what happens. Oh, I got it. Wait, it didn't give me any powers? Are you serious right now? You seriously don't have any powers? Alright then, I'll just take you down with my sword. Come here. But man, this guy is pretty strong. It's actually hard to defeat him. Let me try kicking him up into the air. There we go. Wait, what? He already died? Yeah, I didn't really like that. He was supposed to be a lot stronger, but he didn't turn out as good as I expected. Anyway, to wrap things up, I'd rate this one a 6 out of 10. I will transform the items into mobs and create a special power for each one here in front. I have 5 boxes of different levels. The first is the easy level. When clicking on this button, I release the item to transform, and the first thing I will transform is the bucket of water into a mob. I'm here with the bucket of water, but it's just an image. I can even do this here, and it will increase in size, but it won't look good. So, I'm going to discard this idea, and I'm going to start a new one. So, the first thing I did was build a base. Then I painted everything blue and added a texture. I'm going to duplicate this base upwards, and once again, this is going to be like a river of water because our bucket will be on a pedestal. So now I'm going to start adding our bucket. I add a cube here. I'm going to paint it gray. I add the front part and a back part, a side part, and a bigger one. I'm going to add some rounded corners and duplicate it to the other side. Done that, I add a cube here inside, but since this is a bucket of water and not a bucket of milk, I'm going to paint it blue, and our chest is almost ready. I know it doesn't look like a mob yet, just a 3D item. So we'll add an eyebrow, paint this color here, and an eye then. I paint the eyebrow gray and add a little ball in the eye. I duplicate this to the other side, and I will add some hands coming out of the water. So so he can move, I duplicate this to the other side. And the animation of water moving like this will have a spawn movement. Then she comes to spawn and stands still, moving from one side to the other. And this is how the attack animation looks like. She throws a block of water at him. Man, this animation is really cool. Let's see what it's like inside Minecraft. I'm already here with the bucket of water in my hand. Let's see how to spawn it. I believe you just need to put water on the ground because the damn bucket doesn't even work. Oh, that's it. When I threw it on the ground, it spawned. And man, it's already a normally aggressive mob. Look at this. Even though I'm in creative, it's trying to attack me. What's that for? It's flooding the whole place here. For me to be able to fight better with the water item, I got 64 wooden packs and a diamond sword. I'm going to build a tower up, and we're going to try to finish him off without him attacking me. And look at this. Every time he attacks me, he releases a little water from his bucket. So let's say that's it, but he's very strong. And look, it's just the first one I'm going to do like in Fortnite. Make a construction here and dodge it. Go. Let's get rid of this water, and I managed to defeat him, and man, he's already flooded half of my map. But look how cool it is. When I attack the mob now, if I hit it, turns everything into water, man. This power will be very useful for us. Even more so if we need to face a very strong item, and the rating I give to this mob is... In reality, I won't be the one giving the rating.
My rating for the water mob will be an 8/10 for it.
It's good, go. So that was the first one. Let's move on to the next one, and that was the easy level. Now let's go to the medium easy level ear. In my head, this sentence made sense, so let's open it inside and let's see E. Before continuing the video, an important message, these videos take a lot of work to do. So if you want to help the channel, have exclusive emojis, suggest videos for me to make. I released the members tab here on the channel. So if you want to have access to the videos before everyone else, choose the plan that best suits you, and subscribe to help the channel if you can. Just leaving a like and subscribing will help. But anyway, continuing. The next item we're going to transform is the chest, so let's go to Blockbench. I'm here with the chest inside the program, and I had the idea of making it with a mouth and eyes like a cyclops, so the first thing I'm going to do is throw this part to the side, and now, where is this hole black? I'm going to paint it with red. Ready after painting with the color red, I'll start adding the teeth. I added all the teeth. I'm going to add another white cube on this side and bring it here so that this will be the tongue of our chest. Now I paint the entire tongue pink and add the details. After that, I'm going to bring back the top part of the chest, which will work like this. When the chest opens, it shows the tongue. So it's just hidden here on the side to give a trace that is not a normal chest. I will add a white cube and paint it blue, add a shadow, and now I will make an eyebrow, paint it black, and duplicate it. I added a hair on the eyebrow and on the other side, and this chest has a very funny face. However, when it is in the world normally, it will be covered like this to really hide the fact that it is a mutant chest. Then, for the animation of him standing still, I just made him blink, so you can see that it's not a normal chest, and when he attacks with his eyes closed because he doesn't see anything when he's attacking and he's running. He just jumps and comes back. Look, it's just cool that it turned out. Comment what you think of this animation, and let's take it back to Minecraft. I've already transformed the chest into an item, so let's loot this blacksmith shop here to see if we can find a better item for us, man. Apparently there's a different chest here, so let's come here and loot it. That's why he attacked me. He opened that mouth and started biting me. Let me get away from that trunk. He's possessed. Guys, I'm watching to see if that chest is going to get out of there, because he's an imposter. It's not the right trunk. Look at this. You're leaving, man. From what I'm noticing, it seems that when he attacks, he doesn't see. So I'm going to have to think, is there any way I can attack that chest with nothing good? I have this water item here. Will it work? Let's see why if I attack a chicken here, for example. Everything turns into water. Let's see the chest. I'll try to get it right. I got it right. Oh, the bad thing is, this water isn't spreading. I think we have to shoot lower, man. Look at this, he's really lost. I think when he's attacking, he can't see anything. Okay, so let's attack him. And man, I can't hit him anymore. I think he touched himself when I attack him with his mouth open. He takes damage. Wow, what a smart little guy. I'm gonna have to find a way to try to trick him. Come here, little guy. Come attack me. We are managing to finish him off. Just attract him here. You need to die. Come on, I think the trunk must be almost dead. Just attack it like this. And well, we did it, and look, he dropped his eye and also dropped a backpack, which I think this is an inventory that gives a lot of items, and also dropped his eye. I have no idea what that does. Let me see here. It just keeps blinking and doesn't do anything. And the rating I give to this chest is a 9/10 because it looks really cool. It literally deceives you by looking like a normal chest, and when you get close to it, it attacks you. He also has some really good powers. And what rating do you give, Verdi?
So Forkin, my rating for this item is 7/10. It was really scary, even I was scared.
And there were already two items, the bucket of water and the chest, so let's go to the next one, which is the yellow one. So it's a little more difficult, but what should it be, a medium level? Let's open it to find out. And well, the next one is the minecart. I already brought the cart here for the program, and normally this is the one we have inside Minecraft. It in itself is the 3D model. For example, it's not like the bucket that I had to make everything from scratch. scratch. So what I'm going to do is add a detail to the wheels in 3D. Add a carcass here at the front, an eye up here, an eyebrow, and a relief for the eyebrow to make it look like he's stressed. Then I duplicate that to the other side. I'll add the part of under the carcass, add the teeth, and our cart is ready. It looks very simple, but its animation is really cool. Wow, calm down, there was a bug. Okay, now, this is the animation of our cart attacking, which he picks up and bites you when it stopped. There's a problem because it looks like a normal cart. You can only identify it because of that part of the front. Then he just keeps moving his mouth. And when he's walking, he does this animation here as if he were jumping at you. This will look really cool in Minecraft, because he will start with this animation here, but when he moves, he will jump in your face. I don't know how I can find a mine to find the cart. I'm looking everywhere, but I don't know anything. I just have this damn eye here and it's no good for anything. How angry. Huh? That's what we managed to find. And the minecart is here in front. Let's get inside it. And man, now I'm much faster. Look at this. I managed to get inside the cart. And now I have the power of super speed. So let's move on to the next one. And the rating. I give to the minecart as a 10/10 for sure. Because look at this. When you're standing still, it looks like a cart. Then you start walking and it transforms. And the animation of it attacking is also really cool. So until now, we have completed the easy, medium level. And now we are going to the medium, difficult level. And the medium difficult level is a book. I think I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it inspired by Harry Potter's book. This here is the book that we have in Minecraft. It is also an image like our water bucket. So it is a little more complicated to do because even if we did an extrude, it would look a little strange, right? Those things. So I'm going to delete all of this here and start from scratch. So the first thing I'm going to add is going to be a page, and I put some details around it. Then I duplicate it on all sides and add the top part of the book. I'm going to add a base and paint it brown. I built the entire body of the book, and once that's done, I'm going to add some details, like here. I add some scratches and duplicate them on the other sides, so it looks very top. Then I add a base for the eye and add the eye itself to the eyebrow, and our book is done. It can also fool like the cart because it looks like a normal book. Then you get close to it, and he opens his mouth, transforms, and starts running after you. In the attacking animation, he catches it and bites you. Here in front, we have a mansion, and this is where we will see the magical book. I will enter the mansion, and inside there is only a normal book. But when we click on him, he turns into a super free, and look at him running after me. Apparently he's very fast. Let me attack him so he can get away. And let's end this book. We can't die. For him, you have to be careful as he is very strong. I believe I gained speed using the cart, and the book can be very fast too. Get out of here, you evil book. Wow, it's a good thing this water power is extremely strong, and we managed to put an end to it. With that, we got the drop of this super book that looks like just a normal book, but it has really cool superpowers. I release magic when I hit a mob, and it also locks my computer. It's a very good special power. Apparently, every time I hit a mob, I spawn a bookcase, and this power is very good, but it's not very useful because I want to spawn a bookcase. It's only useful for making an enchantment table at level 40. Other than that, it's not very useful. I didn't find it very useful, but comment if you think this is useful. So far, the best item we've made is this eye. I don't know how to use it properly. I only managed to use it once, and the rating I give the book is 7/10. It was very good, but in this video, we had a lot of other better mobs. And let's go to the last one. The last one is the red level, which in this case is the difficult level. So let's open this capsule, and it is an Eye of Ender. Going to have to think of something to do, so let's go to the 3D program. Now I'm going to make the Ender Pearl, which is the same thing as the book and the water. It's just an image. So the first thing I'm going to start doing is going to be a line. I duplicate this line several times, and then I make a sphere. I add some texturing, and I'm going to make a bunch of places to be like a wing. And it's a lot of place. Look at this. It feels like my PC is going to crash at any moment. But so as not to have this here, and it all looks ugly, I'm going to add some texturing that I'm doing inspired by this eye with wings, inspired by the amazing world of Gumball drawing. Comment what you think about this drawing, because it's one of my favorites. Now I copy this wing here and duplicate it on the other side. And this model was a lot of work because this one gave me 6002 cubes. This is the animation of the Eye of Doom walking. He attacks and he catches it and gives it a slap. Some flying animals attack like that. So I was inspired, and this is the animation of him standing still, and he just flaps his wings to avoid falling to the ground. And so the Eye of End ended up, it is normally a passive mob, but I believe that when it attacks it, it comes furiously at us. Let me attack these books so I don't let him fly at us, and when I kill him, drop a very cool and important item that I'm wanting. So let's go. These books are being very important, you know. And he already died and he dropped a wing, but how do I use it? Do I put it here? Okay, I think I got it. I put it in my inventory. Let me get out of the cart and let's see how we should use this here. I have no idea. I've already equipped the wing on my back, but I can't do anything. It ended up not working, that damn wing. He dropped me. If I knew, I would have left the eye alive. He could have helped me with some things. If you've watched the video so far, comment on items and mobs. In this video, I'm going to turn the mobs into mutants, but as they are very dangerous monsters, I'm going to create a safe base for each of them. Right up front, I can see an ocean, and the first mob I'm going to transform will be a tropical fish. I'm here with the fish, and I'm going to turn it into a piranha, and the first thing I'm going to do is erase all its sides, starting by adding the body, another part, and one last part of the body. Add the back, an eye for our fish, an eyebrow. The other eye, another eyebrow. Create the top of the fish's head, the bottom, and add the mouth. After doing that, add the teeth, larger teeth in the front and others on top. Add a fin on the left side, another on the right, one more at the back, and on the right side, add a tail and the tail fin. This fish is a piranha, but I'm also going to make it inspired by the lanternfish, so I'm going to add the handle and the lantern, and this animation of our fish standing still, swimming and attacking. Before I add it to Minecraft, I need to take a safety measure. I'm going to create a secure base for it so that it doesn't harm anyone, because otherwise something like this could happen. So our secure base will be a giant aquarium. Now I need to dig it down. I've planned the entire area of our habitat so we can build the aquarium. Alright, I've excavated all the soil, and now I have to do the same for the stone. With what's left, I managed to get some iron, so I'll place this crafting table on the ground, and I'll make a furnace to heat up this iron, and I'll make 2 iron buckets. After that, I'll come to the front and get 2 buckets of water, and now I'll create an infinite water source. I filled the entire aquarium with water. I'll surround it with blocks to prevent any water leakage. I'll get sand to make glass to create the panel for our aquarium, and the color I'm going to use for our panel will be cyan blue. Fortunately, in this biome, there are some flowers right up front with this color. Let's get all these flowers, and I'll put them to melt in our furnace. First, I'm going to turn all of this into dye, and I'll surround everything with this glass. I kept adding all the glass to the aquarium. It's done. Our aquarium is complete. So, I've finished all the decorations for our scene. Now I'm going to make black concrete. Just put them here in the water, and I can get it now. Now I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to fill everything here with black concrete. Now our aquarium is done. So I made all the decorations for our scene. I added sand, fish, and also seaweed. And the piranhas are right here in the front. Let me come here and get them. Here's a couple of piranhas. So, let's grab this one and this one. They're kind of aggressive, hitting me, so let me put on my chest plate. And I'll leave them here for now and open a hole here where they're quite aggressive. Now I'm going to bring these 2 piranhas inside. I managed to bring 1 piranha inside, so come over here now. You have to bring the other. Alright, I managed to bring the 2 piranhas inside, so let's close this area with glass as well before they run out. So let's close it here, and to make it look nice, I'll plant a tree here and use some bone meal for it to grow. And our piranha habitat is ready, but this was just the first one. Now let's create another mob. Stepping a bit out of our ocean, we'll find a sniffer right up front because it will be the next one. Imagine how cool it's going to be. A mutant sniffer. Here's our sniffer. I'm going to turn it into a more specific dinosaur, a Triceratops. Start by adding a foot, another cube diagonally. It has 6 legs, so add 1 more cube, another one, and 1 more. We have to do this 4 more times. Add the body of the sniffer with some leaves. Make a smaller cube at the back and add some leaves. 1 on top, 1 on the left side, another, and 1 more on top. Repeat on the other side, adding more leaves. After that, I'm going to add its tail. So I add a cube, another smaller one, and some feathers. Once I've started, I'll create the head. Add another cube, the leaves, and others on the sides. Add the sniffer's head, the mouth, the lower part of the mouth, the teeth, and more teeth. After doing that, I make it more rounded, and it's already looking great. But now I'll also add an eyebrow. So put a cube diagonally, another one straight, and a detail on the eyebrow. The same thing on the other side. A cube diagonally, another straight, and a drawn one because it got an eyebrow design. Add a horn and another on the right side. This is our sniffer animation. When it's still, it lies down. When it's running, it attacks. I'll have to clear this whole area up front to create the sniffer's location. But first, let me mark out how I think it's going to be. Since the sniffer is a giant prehistoric animal, it's going to need a large path. So the habitat will extend up to here. Now let me open this. It's going to be the entrance to our habitat. To fill the ground, I'll use some dirt, and I'll put it in the middle to create some variation. I'll open some holes like this and fill them up. I've done all the scene decoration. I'll grab some leaves up front. After getting the leaves, I went to the nether, and right up front we have some leaves that we can use, like this block, which is perfect for the sniffer's floor. I'll grab some wood. Now I'll fill the entire floor with this nicer block, placing it in various places, and it matches the sniffer's color perfectly. After that, I'll break this block and start putting down this much prettier one. I built the entire wall using blue trees, yellow concrete, leaves, and netherrack. I'm just finishing by adding the last few leaves here, and our habitat is ready. I just need to do a few more things, like decorating with some mushrooms and flowers, so let's put them in this corner. It looks perfect. Right up front, we can find 2 sniffer couples. Let's grab these 2 sniffers and take them to our habitat. Look at how cute they are. Let's bring them inside. It's done. I hope they really like their new home and their habitat is complete. Now, let's move on to our next mob, and the next one we're going to transform is the squid. To turn the squid into a mutant, I decided to take inspiration from the Kraken, the monster of the 7 seas. Let's start by adding the Kraken's tentacle. The first part of the leg, another tentacle, and a bunch more tentacles. I'll repeat this several times, and after that I'll add that little plate that surrounds our Kraken and add some more details around it. After that, I'll, so to speak, create the body of our Kraken. We need to make the head, so I'll go up 1 cube, add an eyebrow, the Kraken's head, a cube diagonally, another diagonally to the right, and 1 more cube in the middle. That's it. The Kraken is done. This is its animation, when it's still, swimming, and attacking. However, when it attacks, it will be different. It will pull you underwater, and our Kraken is complete. It's underwater, so I have to be careful because when it starts doing that, it begins pulling me. My goodness, get out of here. My goodness, he almost took me away. I think this is the perfect moment for me to catch him because he's emerging from underground. So let's go here with our rope and catch him and take him to our habitat. We're almost back at our base, and I won't create a habitat for our octopus because I already have this huge aquarium that can fit more than just our piranha. Let me clear the path. I'll create a fence and leave him here for now. I have to enter here because I need to make a territory division. One side will have the piranha and the other will have the squid. I've divided it in half. That's how it's going to be. Now I'll open up a space to put the squid in. Isn't it bizarre? In reality, I have a pet Kraken. This is crazy when you think about it, but you know what's even crazier? Over 90% of the people who watch the channel aren't subscribed. I'll create some slabs here to put the Kraken inside and make a little pathway like this. Let's use the lasso to pick him up and take him inside. So Kraken, this will be your new home. I really hope you like it. Now I'll just close this glass here and we're on to the next one. Right up ahead we have the Enderman, and it's the next mob I'm going to transform into an evolved one. This little guy is already eerie, so just imagine how mutant he's going to look. I'll start by adding the Enderman's little foot. Now, a piece of the leg and the other part. After that I need to do the other side, so I add another cube just like the other one diagonally, and the first part of the skin. Finally, I finish with the second part. Add the waist, the body, and let's make the arm. I add a big cube and an even bigger one, and then I just make the hand with some fingers. To make the hand on the other side, I do the same thing. A big cube, another even bigger one, and the hands. Finally, I add the Enderman's head. This is the animation of the Enderman when he's still. When he's attacking, it looks like he's dusting something off, and when he's running. Now let's go and create his habitat. To make the Enderman biome, I'll trim these vines with scissors. Now we need to go to the end. I'm here in the end because I need to gather some end stone. I've collected a good amount of end stone. After that, I'll destroy this nether portal. Now I'll mark the area. Since the Enderman isn't a very large mob, this size is perfect. I've filled everything with end stone, and it's more or less done. Now I'll make end stone and place it in some random spots. There you go, it looks quite nice. I went back to the end and picked up some obsidian, then built some obsidian towers. Now it's ready. I'll create my nether portal here, and it fits perfectly with this biome. Take a look. Now, the only thing left to do is to bring the new Endermen, and they're right here in front. Let me capture them with my lasso and bring them back to our base. Now, let's move on to the next one. I'm here in the swamp biome because the next mob I'm going to transform is the zombie. To turn the zombie into a mutant, I'll draw inspiration from the Mutant Creatures mod. Let's start by adding a part of the leg, the shorts. After completing one leg, we need to do the other, so I add another piece of the leg and one on top. With that done, let's work on the body. I add a cube diagonally and another larger one on top, also diagonally. Now it's time to create the arm. I add another cube and extend the arm, and then a smaller stump. Let's add some finger details. After doing this, we need to create the other hand. I add another cube, another smaller one, and a hand with some fingers. Now let's make the head. I add a part of his head, the top teeth, and finalize it by adding more teeth. This is the animation of our zombie, standing, running, and attacking, where it gives you a punch right on top of your head. To create our next habitat, let's start right here. I've already built the path, and I'll create some coarse dirt to mark the location for our zombie habitat. I think this size should work well. I'll alternate between regular dirt and coarse dirt, creating a small slope. Upon further consideration, this size seems a bit small, so we'll need to expand it a bit. Since this is the zombies area, I'm creating some small graves here. With these graves done, I'm heading to the jungle biome to gather some of these trees. I'll pick up some stripped ones and some regular ones. I'm now in the desert to collect some dead bushes for our decoration. I'll also pick up some cacti to make glass. I'll place these dead bushes on the ground. With that done, I'll start filling the area around here with these jungle wood blocks, and our zombie habitat is complete. Let's head back to the swamp biome to retrieve our new zombies. Right in front of us are the 2 new zombies, and we'll bring them to their new habitat. We're almost there, and we just need to place them inside. Oops, one got away. Let's close this off with this green glass, and the zombie habitat is finished. We've created all the habitats. In this video, I'm going to turn the mobs into dinosaurs. Right here in front of me, I have 5 characters that I need to transform. The first one is the Brachiosaurus. The camel is the character with the longest neck in Minecraft, so I'll be turning it into a Brachiosaurus, and the Brachiosaurus is a massive dinosaur. As you can see, it doesn't even fit on the screen, unless I come here and shrink it down. Okay, now you can see it. So the first thing I'm going to do in my 3D modeling program is to add a cube, just like this. I'll rotate it a bit and move it over here, like so. Done. After that, I'll add another piece for the second part of the foot and start creating the claws. I'll finish up just like this and add another one on this side. A bit more, another claw, and another one. Now I'll add 2 more. With that done, I'll make the top of the heel. Add it like this, and close it off with a cube on this side. I'll add the first part of its leg, and then I'll add 2 more cubes to make its thigh. Well, what, this part of the leg is too small, right? I know it looks big, but for a Brachiosaurus, this is way too small. So I'll go here and increase the size. Once that's done, I'll select everything and duplicate it on the other side. Now, with both legs in place, I need to start adding its body, which is neither too big nor too small. I'll add the first cube, angled like this, another one on top, and keep going. 1 more leg in the front, and done. After that, I'll select everything again and duplicate it on the other side. Now let's start on the tail. I'll add it like this, and it's a pretty big tail, not bigger than the Brachiosaurus's neck, but still really large. I'll finish it off here, smaller at the tip. Done with that, I'll add its neck. Another part of the neck, a cube on top to fill it in, and another on the side. I'll add another part on top, and another, smaller, and even smaller, finishing off with a larger one here. I'll start adding its mouth, the top part, another piece here for some 3D detailing, and another one. Adding these pieces, done. I know it looks like a duck right now, but if I tweak it a bit, now it's starting to take shape. I'll finish it here, and add this part for the eye, and it's done. If I clap my hands, I paint the entire Brachiosaurus, and it's ready. Check out the comparison between a regular player and the Brachiosaurus, and here's how its animation looks while walking. It moves pretty quickly for its size, and when it's standing still, it opens its mouth, wags its tail, and moves its little legs for a more natural vibe. When it attacks, it looks like it's swinging back and forth. Hard to describe exactly. And right over there is the Brachiosaurus, and wow, he is gigantic. My goodness, what a noise he's making. What's going on? Oh my goodness. He's making my entire Minecraft world shake. Whoa, he's really huge. Oh my goodness. Oh no, he's going to destroy my world. Don't do it, Brachiosaurus. I got a little closer to him, and wow, he is gigantic. Just look at his size compared to me. Whoa, I'm smaller than his arm. My goodness, this Brachiosaurus is really massive. I just had an idea. I'm going to make a habitat for him to live in. I entered my world in creative mode, so now I can build the habitat where the Brachiosaurus is going to live. And if I use this magic hand, I can mark the entire area. So I'm going to open up this whole area here and create a giant lake for him to stay in. I'll make a place that's about his size. So let's go over here and start building everything. Done. The size of the giant lake is ready. Now I'll be using these 4 blocks here to fill up the lake. Now every time I click with my magic wand on this grass, I'll be drawing a design. First, I'll paint this little section. And now this entire stone part. And there we have it, our pit for the dinosaur is done. Now I'll select with the axe from here to here, and I'll fill all of this with water. Now the water flows down here. Next, let's fill it with a bunch of trees like this. And after adding all the trees, I'll add some little stones around. Now we just need to bring him over here. Let's guide him in. Come on, come here. That's it. Our dinosaur has a habitat just for him. Leave a comment on what score you'd give to our dinosaur habitat. And there we go. Our Brachiosaurus is 100% complete. Now the next one we're going to make is the Triceratops. And the mob that I'll turn into the Triceratops is the sniffer. It has a body quite similar, and in a previous video, I even made the sniffer into a mob similar to a Triceratops. So let's open the 3D program. I've left the character as it is for now because since they're dinosaurs, we have to make them bigger than this. It's my challenge. Alright, so the next one we're doing is the Triceratops. And unlike the Brachiosaurus, this one has a thin neck but a huge body and a big intimidating head with a scary horn. I'll start by adding another cube here, 1 more in the front, and making that foot shape you're all familiar with. Once that's done, I add a small part on top, another piece on the side to finish it off, and 1 more cube as the first part of the leg. Just the leg alone is almost bigger than our player. Then I add another piece in the back to give it more 3D depth. I'll add another part of the foot, 1 more piece on top, another one, and finish it with this one here. Just 1 more on the side so it doesn't look odd, and I'll start adding parts of the body, another section, and keep going until here. I'll select the entire leg and duplicate it to the other side. Once that's done, I'll add a part for the belly and keep building it up. Done! The body part is coming together. Now I'll add the first part of the tail, which is quite big, then a smaller piece, and a tiny one to finish it. I'll add 1 more small piece, and that completes the tail. Now I'll make a front leg too, and done. The difference here is the foot position. I'll push it back a bit and bring it closer, then I'll duplicate it on the other side. Now, let's start adding the first part of the neck to build the head. which is pretty simple. I'll add pieces here for the mouth, one on top, one on the side, another here, and one more to finish it. It's got a kind of crab-like mouth, hard to describe. One more on top, and with that done, I'll duplicate it to the other side. Let's rotate it a bit and position it here. It's already starting to look like the Triceratops, but it has a crest if you look closely. So I'll add the crest and keep duplicating it. Done. Now just finish it off with the horn, one on this side, and now I'll add some spikes, so I'll place a cube here on top and a few more on the sides. And our Triceratops is done. I'm working on the animations. I'll finish painting it and show it to you in Minecraft. Right here I can already see the Triceratops, and it turned out huge. Look at its size. For the Triceratops, I only made a walking animation because, I don't know if you knew this, but it's a peaceful animal. Since it was an herbivore, eating only plants and leaves, it lived in calm areas with acai, with palm trees and water to survive. So that's the habitat I'll have to recreate here in Minecraft. This area here is for the Brachiosaurus. So I'll make the Triceratops habitat right here. I built some palm trees. I'll place one more tree here, and another on this side, right about here. Now, I'll remove this tree. I'm going to dig a hole here to make a little stream. There we go, at roughly this size for the hole. Now I'll add some details around, alternating between these two blocks. I'll put some bone meal around here, and a few little stones. And now, every time I press here on the ground, I'll be adding a new texture. Done, just like that. Finally, I'll add water all over, and I'll add some bamboo for him to eat. And that's it. 100% complete. The Triceratops biome is ready. Whoa, it turned out way better than the Brachiosaurus biome. Look at this, there you go. Enjoy your new home. Just come over here. Come on, come here. And the biome is completely done. Now, the next one we're going to make is the Velociraptor. And for him, I'll transform this tiny horse, because with it, we can reach speeds of over 100 kilometers per hour. Who would have thought that such a small creature could be so fast? Alright, let's go to the program. Now I'll create the Velociraptor, the fastest dinosaur of them all. I'll start by adding a cube, a small leg here on this side, and then I'll create the other leg. Done. His heel is smaller, so I'll add it here. One more small part, and finish up with the first section of the leg, then another one. I'll add one more over here and angle it to this side. Let's make the leg a bit thicker. And now, with a touch of magic, I'll add his body. I'll make the tail, and once that's done, I'll duplicate it to the other side, and I've finished the entire Velociraptor. I added the arms, details on the claws, the head, and it's coming together. I'll finish up his teeth here. One more small part, and complete it here, just adding the side teeth. And our Velociraptor is ready. Here's his walking animation. And here he is attacking, where he kind of swipes with his arms. And here he is standing still, looking around. Right in front of me, I can already see the Velociraptor. And it turned out pretty big. Not as huge as the others, but still gigantic. And there's something really cool about him, besides being super fast. Look at that. Wow, he's really fast. I can even ride on top of him. So, yes, I can have the Velociraptor as a pet. Comment if you also dream of having a Velociraptor as a pet. But wow, he's so fast that I can barely control him. Easy, Velociraptor. Let's go this way. And here in front of me is where I'm building the habitats for these creatures. It's just a little tricky to control this dinosaur, huh? But alright, let's bring him over here, set up a fence, and tie him here so he doesn't escape. No, don't run away. You're staying right here. Done, I'll leave him here. And the Velociraptor's habitat, as you can see here on the side, is a desert habitat in a region known as the Gobi Desert in Mongolia. So, to build it, I'll use these 4 blocks. Regular sand, mesa biome sand, and these 2 polished blocks. The first thing I'll do is remove this tree. So I'll build a few blocks here to cover the ground and create the base for his habitat. Now I'll add a little depression here, there, something like this. It has to be a pretty large habitat since he's not exactly small. Now I'll add a few details around to make the habitat more 3D, and I'll alternate between these blocks here. Done. Now we'll add some extra details around with dead bush. I'll add a small pond here for him to drink water, but not too big since it's the desert. Alright, this is just enough, and I'll add a few trees around. And there we go. The Velociraptor biome is 100% complete. Don't forget to comment what you think about each biome. If your favorite was the Brachiosaurus biome, leave a comment. If you liked the Triceratops biome the most, hit that subscribe button. And if your favorite was the Velociraptor biome, don't forget to leave a like. Now, let's untie him and set him loose in his new habitat. Wow, these dinosaurs are gigantic. He almost doesn't fit in here, but he's 100% ready. Now, let's move on to the next one. And the next one on our list is one of my favorites too, the T-Rex. Whoa, just saying the name gives me chills, and I'm going to transform him into this chicken. Now, you might ask, why a chicken? It's because many say that the animal dinosaurs evolved into was the chicken. So, let's go to the program. and transform the chicken. And now, it's time for the most anticipated one, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, or T-Rex. And I'm sure this one is going to be much bigger than this player here. The T-Rex's leg looks kind of like a chicken leg, so I'll just add a thin little foot here, a front part, and another here, and rotate it to the sides. See? I told you, it really looks like a chicken leg. Then I'll add the first part of the foot, the first part of the leg, and another piece on top. Done. Now I'll start adding part of the body, duplicate the leg to the other side, and let's make the tail. Just add a tail like this, and there we go. Our tail is done. I'll add a piece for the torso, and another little piece. Now, I'll add those tiny little arms that the T-Rex has. I'll add a cube right here, another on the side, and bring it over here like this. One more piece here. I'll select everything and duplicate it to the other side. Now I'll add a part for the head, another part, one on top, and one more to finish the bottom. I'm finishing the mouth, so I'll add a piece here, another one, and now I'll add his teeth. I'll put some teeth here on this part and finish up here as well. Now that that's done, I'll add a cube here to be the T-Rex's eyebrow. It's a feature that really stands out. I'll duplicate it to the other side, and there we have it, the T-Rex. I added these big scary eyes, and he's ready. Let's see how he looks in Minecraft. Whoa, I can already see him up ahead, guys. And I'm speaking quietly because now I'm in survival mode, and he's an aggressive creature. Look at him, coming right at me. Get away, dinosaur. I'm going to take him down. Let's go. Oh no, I can't even get close to him. Whoa, he's really strong. Get away, get away. Ah, no, he can swim too. No, he's way too powerful. I'll grab some blocks and try attacking him from above. Let's see if I can do it, or if I'm going to die. But hey, it's worth a try, right? Let's climb up here. Oh no, no way, he's way too big. All right, I give up. I'll go build his habitat. You're too strong, T-Rex. I surrender. I'll build his habitat far from the others because he's a totally aggressive animal. So let's build his habitat over here. The T-Rex was a carnivorous and giant dinosaur that lived in areas with semi-tropical temperatures and high humidity. He lived in places with forests, open spaces, and near rivers where there were other herbivorous animals he could easily hunt. So I'll use these blocks here to create a kind of swamp biome while keeping the Minecraft essence. Let's dig a big hole to make his habitat. Above it, I'll build a sort of cave for him to stay in. I'll add some details around to make it more 3D or voici here as well for better perspective. There, to make it look more like a cave. Now I'll add some huge bones to symbolize like another dinosaurs that, well, didn't survive. Put a rib bone here, finish it off like this. I'll make a small river here for him, just like this. There we go. Now I'll fill it with water. I'll add some dead leaves. And the dinosaur's habitat is done. Now let's put the T-Rex here. And it's 100% complete, right? It should be a little bigger, because the T-Rex isn't that small. Look, I fit right inside his mouth, ha ha ha. Oh wow, this is really scary. So, this is a different kind of video. I made it a bit in creative mode. I don't know if you guys liked it, or if you prefer survival mode, but let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Alright, the next thing we're going to do, I believe, is just to press this lever here. So, let me press it. Wait, what's that? Sound of dynamite? What's going on? Oh no, it exploded everything here. But anyway, leave a like and comment on other dinosaurs you want me to create. I'm going to turn the mobs into bosses for each biome in this video. Right here in front of us, we have the jungle biome. We'll take a walk and look for the first mob to transform. We already have 2 parrots in front of us, so they will be the first mob we transform. This is the parrot we currently have in Minecraft, but I'm going to delete it because it's too simple. Instead, I'll create something like this. Image I generated with artificial intelligence. Look how beautiful it is. I'll also take inspiration from the phoenix. To start, I'll add a cube, then another one to form a foot. I'll add claws, a shin, a part of the leg, and a torso. Now I'll add a lot of feathers to this bird. It will be a very furry parrot. So let's add a lot of red feathers. Since the parrot I'm making is the red one from Minecraft, it has 3 colors. I'll add yellow feathers first, then blue ones. If I only did that, it would look strange, so I'll duplicate it to the other side. Now let's add feathers to the arms. We'll do the same thing. One side red, the other yellow, and the other blue. I'll select everything and duplicate it to the other side. To add the head, we'll add a cube and another one. It's already looking a lot like a parrot, but we still need to add the head and a beak. It would look strange if there were no feathers on the body, so I'll add a lot of feathers. Look how much better it looks now. Finally, let's add the crown. Add a lot of them and it's done. This is our parrot. This is the animation of him running, attacking you, and pecking you. Oh, he's standing still and gliding, and this is how our parrot looks inside Minecraft. He's very beautiful and much stronger. I'm going to grab a full netherite and test his strength. He already hit me hard. I fell down here. Thank goodness I picked up these apples because he's very strong. I'll take advantage of the fact that he got stuck in this corner and finish him off. From what we can tell, he has a lot of life. And when I finish him off, I get a really cool item, this fire launcher. Let's test it on this pig. What will it do? Wow, look at that. He threw the pig up and released fire on the ground. And one really cool thing is that if I try a little harder, I can get these super cool wings that not only make me super fast, but I can't even control myself. I can even fly with them. Look how cool that is, and I got a lot of hearts with them too. So let's test this power on this pig. What is this? He threw him to the moon. This power is very strong. I'm very broken. If I'm already strong on the first mob, imagine the next ones. And there's something super special that if I try a little harder, I can launch a fireball. Exactly. I'm very strong. Let's take advantage of the fact that it's getting dark and test this at night. It's already dark, and look, there's a skeleton down there. Take this fireball. Oops, I missed. Wait a minute. If I hit you, you're going to die, skeleton. You'll see how strong I am. And take that. Now he's disappeared from the planet. Spiders are the creatures that bother me the most here in Minecraft. So let's make them fly. You don't like climbing walls, so fly. These wings are very strong. Let's move on to the next mob, because I want to see how we're going to defeat him. I'm arriving here in front because we can see a panda, and he's going to be the next one I'm going to make. The poor thing is living in a tiny little house. Help him out by subscribing and leaving a like on the channel so I can buy him a new home. Also, comment on your favorite mob from the video. Let's go to the 3D block bench program to make the panda. I will be inspired by this drawing that I asked an artificial intelligence to make, also from Fu Panda. So, I'll start by adding a leg and another one on the right side, add a very chubby body, an arm, and duplicate it. After that, I'll add the face, so I'll add a face like this, a snout, an ear on the left side, and another one on the right. Now I'm going to add a red ninja headband. Add a little detail here in the back to be like the knot that is on the headband. And now I'm going to make the Japanese straw hat. So I add a cube and duplicate it many times, smaller cubes one by one that I erased and put to make a little detail as if it were torn. Look at this, I can come here and erase it, which will create a very cool texture detail. After that, I add a rope to hold the hat and duplicate it, and it's more or less ready, but the body is too smooth. So let's add fur to its body. So I added some fur, and I'm also going to add a big belly similar to Kung Fu Panda's, and add a bamboo armor to finish it off. I add a bamboo stick, also a texture with some leaves to give a more realistic detail. Our panda is ready. This is the animation of our panda standing still, running like a Naruto-style race. Look at this. And attacking, he grabs him and hits him with the bamboo stick on his head. This is the new bear added to Minecraft. He is the boss of the jungle biome. But you will say we are in a plane, and that's good because previously I found that bear in that house, so I decided to turn him into a boss, but he serves for the jungle biome, where you will normally find him. And well, to make this panda, I was inspired by the cartoon Kung Fu Panda, and look how cool he is running. He runs like a ninja, and look at his attack. The good thing is that he is a peaceful mob. He can even help you. But how come I made a skill that each character has an item, so I'm going to fight with him, and my objective is to finish him off. But let's see if he's very strong. Well, so far, he's not giving me any damage. Oh, that's what he threw me 2 meters far away. This bamboo of his is very strong. He attacks. Damn it. I'm not going to be able to handle him. I'm going to use the skills I got with the parrot. I'm going to start attacking him from the air, and I'm going to set him on fire. Take it. So let's go distance and attack. He also throws a fireball to get in the way. That's it. He managed to hit me from afar. How come? Let's finish this bear. Oh, that's it. He left me with 2 hearts. You're going to die. Bear, take it. Okay, we finished him off, and we got this bamboo here. I believe that his strength must be physical when I use him in my hand, unlike the parrot where a magical fire fell. So let's test here that this is it. That little sheep flew far away. He died with 1 hit. No, but a sheep is very weak. It only has 8 hearts. Let's test here in front that there is a village, and let's kill these villagers. Wow, he killed the villagers with 1 hit, but this bamboo is really strong. And here in front there is a golem that he spawned because I was attacking these villagers, so let's test his strength. 1 hit is not dead, damn. 2 hit killed the iron golem. And look, he has more than 40 hearts to live. This item here is very strong. But let's move on to the next biome that we are going to do. Now we are going to do the mob for the plains biome, because the one with the panda I already said was for the jungle, but I found the panda here, and the mob that we are going to make for the plain biome is the bee. Let's fly there for the good 3D program to make the bee and boss. I won't show any images because there are people who are afraid of bees, including me. Imagine if she gives you one sting. I'm going to start by adding a body a part of her tail. I'm going to make a part here for me to add the stinger, and if you don't sign up, a bee will sting you. I'm kidding, but sign up. Now I'm going to add a leg on the left side, another piece and another smaller one. I duplicate it 6 more times, and to make it not so simple, I'm going to add a fur to it, and it gets these scratched texture details as if it were invertebrates. I double it to the other side, and man, this one is already getting pretty scary. I'm going to add an eye from the bee and another good one, but I think it's less scary if it doesn't have an eye. Look, that's it. There's a bee without being scary. How can it be scary if it doesn't have an eye? As much as spiders there is. Continuing, I add an antenna and another on the right side. Well, so it doesn't look so simple. I'll add a coat then. And look, I added a coat as if it had a hoof or clothes. I don't know how to say it. Now I'm going to make a wing because otherwise it will fly. Like I would rather this animal not fly. So I add a part of the wing, another larger part, another larger one, a smaller one so that it closes, ends like this. I add another small one. I'm going to make the details inside a chamfer, more or less like this, so it doesn't end up being so simple, and finally just duplicate it to the other side. And man, that's cute. Here it is scary. Imagine what this will be like inside Minecraft. This is the animation of her standing still, her flying and her attacking you, but unfortunately she stings you, so you have to run to escape her. Okay, now I've transformed the bee and I just have to wait for it to appear here.
Can help me. The bee has trapped me.
This happens to those who don't subscribe and don't like the channel. You suffer, fool. And you also subscribe to help me reach 100,000 subscribers next year. And look, it looks like she landed and she's here in front. Then it looks like she's already coming after me, man. Let me try to attack her. Let's use this firepower, and damn, she's not on fire. This isn't working, and it looks like she's throwing some honey at me. Here, let me hit her with bamboo. She's very strong, and it's not causing any harm to her. What's this? She's killing me. Run away, run away. Dude, like that, she's going to end up killing me. I couldn't do it. I ended up dying to the bee. I couldn't get rid of this bee at all. I heard about it from a friend.
Kraken, you know the frogs have a power to go back in the time?
Serious? That gave me an idea. I already know what I'm going to do to defeat that bee. Like pandas, they eat honey. I'm going to use it on my journey to get rid of that bee. So he went looking for a frog. Here in front we have a mangrove biome, and I'm going to transform one of these mobs here into a boss for its own biome. This here is the frog that we currently have in Minecraft, but well, in real life there are several colors of frogs, and the color I decided to make is this green. I'm going to delete it to start making a new texture. I'll add a cube for the body. I'll make a fin add a foot plus a little part of the foot. I duplicate this 4 times, and now I'm going to add his mouth, a tongue that will stay inside to make an animation like him eating something, plus a part of the mouth, which is the part where it does Hebrew, and add the head. After that I add an eye and some 3D details. I duplicate this to the other side, and I'm going to add some leaves to make a root like a mother tree. Well, he doesn't look much like a boss frog, so I want to make it like a mother of nature. So I'm going to fill it with leaves and add a mangrove tree here in the middle. I duplicate it several times to make this kind of 3D effect. It looks really cool now.
I'm also going to add one for the root and duplicate it several times.
Finally, just duplicate it for the other side, and it's ready. The frog comments so far which one you like the most. In my opinion, the parrot was good, so he's just standing still and moving his mouth. He's running, he's jumping. But I'm going to move those joints because this animation is kind of stopped, and he attacks you. And I have already turned the frog into the boss of creation. And look how he turned out, and he has the power to restore everything that is in nature. He is rebuilding all of nature by places he passes by. Look at everything around him. It becomes new. Look at this. Even a tree. He is already placing this frog. It's really very kind, but, well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to finish him off. Well, I think this bamboo stick will do the trick because I'm going to have to go back to the past to get Panda back. First of all, as he's made of nature, I'm going to set him on fire, and he's already on fire. Let's finish him off with this bamboo. And he dropped the creation clock. With this clock here, I can go back to the past. So let's click with it. Ah, we're here. Now we go back to the past. If everything is okay, I'll be fighting right now against the panda. Exactly, this is happening. But I have to stop Forkin. Don't kill him. Who are you? There's no time to explain. Go away. Okay, man, apparently it worked. I lost my bamboo and the panda is still alive. Okay? For me to be able to attract the panda, I'm going to need these bamboos here. Luckily, I had left them in his old house. So let's get some bamboos here and take them there so we can attract him to the beehive. So let me come and attract him with bamboo. Here, Mr. Panda is coming in this direction. I don't think I should have killed this panda. He could help me with all my things I was going to do. Come here. And all you need to do is eat this hive. Go there, panda. I trust in you. Well, I think he broke up with her. Let's go back to the future and see if it worked. And cool, we're back in the future, which in this case is my present, and let's come here and let's see if the beehive is here. And, well, apparently there is no hive. It worked. And the panda disappeared from here. But good, let's go our last mob now. Let's get into the water here because it will be the opposite of our mob that we are going to make. It is already aggressive in itself. The mob that we are going to transform is the Elder Guardian. So let's go to the Blockbench 3D modeling program. I don't even want to fight with this Guardian. He's very strong. And where's the way out of this? The next one is the Guardian, to make him a boss of his own biome. I'll start by adding a body, a fin, and I'll make some more. Once that's done, I'll add some pieces of some things to make more fins. And so it doesn't look so weird, I'll add a blue detail around it. That gave a much cooler detail. Now I'm going to add the eye, so I add a piece of the eye, which will be 3D, plus a part on the right side, one below and on the left side. To finish this, I add a white cube inside and an eyebrow. His eye will be red. So pull out one eye and let's make his mouth just filled with teeth like this, and duplicate it at the bottom. Well, and now I'm going to make like those pufferfish toys. Basically add a bunch of thorns, select everything, and I double it for the other good side, and to finish it off so it doesn't look like that, just add some rocker hair and our mutant Elder Guardian is ready. This is how the animation of him attacking is. Like when he catches him, he will appear under the water and will jump on top of you, swimming and standing still. And that's what our Guardian looks like. I'm going to run away from him because look at how big he is this time. I'm not even going to try to kill him, I'm just going away. Bye, watch the video that's appearing on the screen.